Hey guys, Luke for Smith here, and this is going to be a review of St Albans Comic Con. I went today. It was on today. It was only on for one day. Usually they go on for the weekend, but it was only like a smallish convention, so they only just put it on for a day. It was on from 10 o'clock in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon, which is a decent time for smaller conventions on a Sunday. It wasn't so bad. It was done by the same company that did Reading Comic Con, which I went to, I think, a few years back in 2017, I believe. And the Reading Comic Con, I was not that impressed with. It kind of sucked, to be fair. Um, it was just mostly empty and not much activity happening there. It was scattered about. It was a bit all over the place. This one is by the same company, and it was a ton better than Reading Comic Con. I mean, I know I'm not criticizing them, but I'm actually pointing out some of their bad points and telling them where they're going right, because this St Albans Comic Con was great. It was a big improvement from the Reading one a few years ago that I went to. Basically, it is at the Alban Arena Civic Centre, which is in St Albans, St Peter Street. It's basically the Alban Arena. What it is, it's basically a theatre where people go for like stage shows or like comedian acts, that sort of thing. So there's the balcony with the seats up in the air. People can watch a show and stuff. And there's like the floor with the stage at the bottom. That is where all the stools and guest signers and artists was as well. At the top, you had all the seating, like I said, really comfortable seating. I haven't been up there before. They had it open so you could walk up there, sit down, and just look overhead at the at all the people down below. And upstairs, to one side was basically the role players playing Magic the Gathering or any other card games, and on the other side of the balcony, the opposite side was the uh, cosplay guests was there. So they had them grouped up instead of like, I mean, they can like mingle if they wanted to, but if they wanted to catch up bit along themselves, they can go into this like separate group away from the other people that's looking at all the stores. So they're like in their own group, just discussing their own things rather than be in amongst the crowd and not hearing each other over the loudness of the crowd, which I thought was good. Uh, like that. I mean, yeah, they do have something similar to that at the main MCM Comic Cons, but it's mostly all a mixed bag at that one. This one, I feel it is more family friendly. It is more that way. The MCM Comic Cons, it is family friendly at the main ones. However, it's got its own toxicity there. I mean, to be fair, if you look at the MCM Comic Con Facebook group, you'll see what I mean. um, but yeah, really liked St Albans Comic Con as a whole. Um, in the actual opening corridor, as you go through the main entrance, before you get into the main area, there is some still scattered about, and a snack bar, and there's also props where you can do photo ops and things like that, which I thought was good. I mean, I thought they was gonna have like more props outside. They did have a few Ghostbusters cars and like a SWAT car outside the entrance where people like cosplaying and stuff out there, which was good. Especially because like it was really warm inside, even though it was a cool day. It was like almost raining, but luckily the rain held off. Um, it was actually quite nice outside. It was nice and breezy. And another thing, when you go upstairs, if you go up the steps and through the hall, like before, like along the back, before you go into the main bit where the seating area is, there is the gaming zone, which, to be fair, it is not much of a gaming zone. It's basically two consoles hooked up. They had a PlayStation 4 and a Nintendo Switch, which was like, okay, normally they'd have like retro games, but they'd have all the advanced games for this, which is good. It's actually good that they're like keeping up demand and that sort of thing. And that whole gaming zone was sponsored by CEX, which there is a CEX in town in St Albans. There's also one in Hempstead town as well. Um, so that was good. I think they had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe playing on the Switch and some other game that I didn't know what it was on the PS4. So yeah, that's good for the kids and people that want to basically chill for a few hours playing video games and stuff. The stalls, it had a decent variety, a bit better variety than the Reading Comic Con. It had like guest signers. To be fair, I kind of wish that they'd get some newer, more well-known guest signers available, because there was some guests there, like celebrity signers, that was like on TV about 5 years ago, and you kind of forgot about them. Like the only one I actually recognised was the couple that voiced, that played Boise and Marlene out of Only Fools and Horses and The Green Grass. So they're the only two I recognised. And you had like on the stage, but you had like a few extra stalls on the actual stage. There's also guest talks on the stage to the side, but we didn't really get into that bit. I did actually cosplay there as Eggsy from Kingsman. To be fair, it's quite hot in that jacket when you're in a small room with people around you trying to get by and buying stuff. You're like a tin of sardines in there. What made it worse for me, being in that suit, is the lighting. The heat coming off that lighting is like, really? Can't you just turn it off or turn the aircon on or something? Because it was actually quite warm and stuffy in there. So yeah, that's a note for next time, I suppose. This is the second time St Albans Comic Con has been on. Last year I only found out about it on a day it was on, so of course I couldn't go out and see it because it was too late. It was at Westminster Lodge last year, I believe. Now they changed it to the Alban Arena. Hopefully it'll stay at the Alban Arena next year, but to be fair, they might end up going back to Westminster Lodge. It really depends where it looked nicer at. So yeah, I won't mind where it goes, because I'd go to it whenever, because it is dead local to me. It's literally around the corner. I'm gonna put up some photos right now. However, they're gonna be in post, so I'm not gonna know which ones I put. So I'm just gonna say, here is some pictures from the balcony, looking over at the stalls and the guest signers and the actual stage area, so you can see what type of how large the actual area is. To be fair, it is not that bad. I know it's like cramped together, but to be fair, you can't really scatter it out in such a small space like that. So you have to work with what you got, really. I think they pulled it off really well. I'm quite impressed. The actual price, if you pay on the day, it is, I believe it's £12 per adult. I kind of forgot how much for a child, but it'll be on their website and Facebook page. Um, if you book online, for me it was, I haven't got the ticket because they take your ticket and they stamp you when you get there. I believe online I paid about £10 per person, so it's like two of us went £20 plus the card charge, that sort of thing. And yeah, I guess I'll put these two as well as basically me checking in cosplay and actually uploading a photo that I taken of myself on the balcony, and in them two pictures you can see what the balcony was like and the actual seating area was like. It was a good thing that they had seats in there, because if you're walking around in flat hard shoes that I was in and tight lace ups, your feet will just die. Your feet wouldn't feel a lot right but by the end of it, so it's good to actually sit down, take your weight off your feet, and just like chill out for like 5 minutes. It actually feels quite nice, and the seats were really comfortable as well. So that was quite nice. Definitely go again next year. I will definitely go again. Um, the next convention is London Film Comic Con. That is on the, let me just get the date up for it. I'm actually going on the Sunday and it's on the 28th. So 2 weeks time. It is on the 28th of July. And on the Sunday I'll be there. And yeah, see you next time.